Hi, Pallavi. Good morning. Good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon, coach. I am well. Thank you so much for this time.
Yeah, no problem. Good to see you here on a Sunday afternoon. Thanks for taking out time. So, before we move ahead with the session today, I would like to mention a few points. So, one is that this conversation that we're going to have will be a safe space for you to talk about anything that's there in your mind. And everything that we are going to discuss in this session is going to be confidential. So, need not worry about anything. Also, I will be recording the session for my training purpose. I hope you won't mind me doing that.
No, that's fine. No problem.
All right. I'll also take like a few notes for my own reference. I hope you're okay with it as well.
Yeah, it's absolutely fine. No problem.
All right. Thanks. Thanks for the acknowledgement, Pallavi. And let's get started. So tell me what's there in your mind today.
So, coach, there is a. I'm as I told you in my introduction earlier that I'm working in a corporate and I have a big team and I have my core roles and responsibilities, and I'm also doing another responsibility as a chair for a council, which is a diversity, equity, inclusion council uh, for my whole of the site. So I'm in finance function, but whole of the organization across in Bangalore. About 5,000 people are there in the organization. So that is one extra role that I have, and we are coming to the close of the year in February. So I'm in two minds whether to continue with that responsibility or not. And I wanted to bring that up for discussion, think through it, and see what is the right thing for me to do from a career support perspective, like right decision for my career, basically, to quit or to continue, kinds.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is that you are leading an organization right now, which is about 5,000 people in it. And February is when the tenure is going to end.
Yeah, one extra role that I have, the
Okay,
council role. Huh.
counseling role that you have for this organization, other than the primary task that you have.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, and now you're giving it a thought if you should continue doing this or not. So that's the
Yeah.
discussion we want to have today.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds good. So, what would you want to be the outcome of the session today?
I think the decision and clarity, like how should I move forward on this particular aspect next year, whether I should continue, if continue, uh, what is in it for me, and if quit, then how will I use that time for other options. But I think for this decision, there are two things: so continue or not. If I continue, how it is helping my career. If I'm not continuing, how it is going to help my career. So both sides, what are the positives for me in my career is what I want to discuss.
Okay, that sounds good. So you are saying you want to you want to come up with a solution as to if you want to continue, then what's in it for you? How will it
Mm.
help in your career? And if not,
Yeah,
then it's gonna help.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. So how currently is that impacting you? I mean, the decision, or I would like to explore, I would like you to explore more a little on how this role is impacting you right now in your career that you have.
So this role I am doing for last 2 years. 2 years. So this is going to be my third year. So that's where little bit of this thing. And then in this organization, I'm completing 4 years now. Like by the time this year end, I'll complete 4 years. So out of 4 years, 2 years I have done dual hatting. So that is where I am. This role has given me, and the intention which your video has gone by the way, coach. So role, it's come back. Okay. So when I took this role, of course, it was out of my own will, and I raised my hand for doing this with the intention that it will give me the visibility because I was new in the organization 1.5
Okay.
years, and at the senior leadership, I wanted to kind of get my visibility across organization. So that role kind of responsibility gave me that platform. I wanted to see whether I can get some exposure to strategic planning and thinking and execution uh, for the organization as such, because it's all people matters, right? So from that perspective, which also I got in last 2 years. Then third one was the role when it was open and the selection was happening. One thing was told to us that this role, when you execute and you do whatever agenda is deliver, you get some extra consideration in your performance rating.
Okay.
So for last 2 years, I have not got that credit, okay, because my line manager or my executive leader director thinks that the core of work and the impact there is more important.
Okay.
Okay, uh, which I agree, but it is against what was told in the role published. So that is what this role is for me. I think I'm answering that question to you, right? In
Right. Right.
you,
Yeah.
yeah. And then I have done all this in 2 years, and now it's like if I step into the new year, then uh, nothing new. I've got what I wanted, and I've given the outcomes for the organization also. So, and then it's not helping me in my performance. This thing. Another point was to deliver. Originally, the ask was on my time was 2 hours a week, kind of a time, but actually it's taking 5 to 6 hours, sometimes more in the week. So it's also stretching me on my time.
Hmm. Okay. All right. So I heard that you mentioned that initially when you started this is because you wanted more visibility in the organization since you were new, and then you were also told that you will be given credits for some performance and the rating will
Mm,
increase, which
mm.
didn't happen apparently. And then you also were told that it will just take 2 hours a week, but now it's taking a little more.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Okay. So, out of these three, what exactly was the reason, or even if these three were the reasons, at the current situation, what exactly do you think is keeping you going with it so far?
Okay, it's keeping me going is one is we have like me and the council members have done a lot in last 2 years, which is actually starting. It's a very 20-year-old organization, right? So literally, we have restructured the council itself. We got some people onboarded. We eliminated some people who were just holding the place for not contributing. So started from there. Then we set we align our Bangalore actions to the head office UK, same agenda. We aligned that. We kept ourselves in the KPIs to be measured on this, and then so many initiatives we drove for the first time. We created awareness, improved the communication, so many things we did, right? And that happened because the direction and the planning and strategy that was brought in, and the team is now enjoying their work also because they are seeing the result. When I say the team, the council members and all council members are doing uh, their contribution also as a stretch task, so they are also kind of um, in the same boat from the work and stretch perspective. So I feel from organization perspective, uh, that momentum will lose. That's all. That is one. And second, this because I'm a vice chair, there are three other directors involved in this. So one is the people director because it's a people agenda. Another is another two are sponsors of the council.
Okay.
One female director and one male director. There are two. So these three people, I'm afraid kind of that what will they think of me, because I'm, as I said, I want to have a think through on how I should manage my career impact with this.
Hmm.
And some bit of it is in my mind only, I feel, because anyway, after third year, naturally somebody else should take over. But I'm just pushing it for third year, like 1 year before, and that's a little bit I'm
Hmm.
thinking like should I continue or not, basically.
Okay. Thanks for sharing all of this so openly and being so vulnerable. I appreciate the honesty you're showing here. What I also noticed while you were explaining is that when you mentioned that how you have set the things up in the council, and how it's actually, uh, the things are falling in place and people are getting benefited from it. I saw that you were a little excited and happy about it, and you felt that contentment maybe
Yeah,
that you did something.
true,
That's what I
true.
noticed.
Mm.
So, would you like to explore a little bit more on the part where how do you feel when you see the work that you have done in this role from last 2 years? So, what's the feeling coming in for you?
No, definitely I'm proud, and that is something I have categorically called out to my director this time. That this is something that is not the regular stuff. We should take a note, and I'll continue that to the appraisals. Let's see. Uh, I feel proud, and I feel the confidence that the council members have, and I feel the attention that few of the execs are taking on this, right? Uh, but I think it is not beyond that from uh, recognition of the work by the leaders, because see, what I feel is this is a agenda inclusive organization, diverse and inclusive organization is not council's um, only problem. Council only, it is executive leaders responsibility, and council is one of the tool that they have to
Okay.
drive it through. But ownership is not on council. Council is maybe responsible to execute, but accountability is on and ownership is at the exec level. I think I feel there is a mismatch there in my organization, and the three directors I spoke of, we have been telling it to them that while we are responsible for executing, accountability and ownership should be with the exec leaders, and I don't see that. And I think while I feel proud of what we have done, I'm also not happy about the lack of ownership and accountability that the leaders are taking about it.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay. So, I see that you see a mismatch in the ownership and accountability part from the leadership in the organization, which you feel
yeah,
should be taken by them, and you are just solely responsible for executing things.
yeah.
But the opposite of this is happening right now. You are
No,
taking up.
not opposite, but it's like little not their priority. Not that anybody is purposely avoiding that,
Hmm.
but their priorities are really pure business
Mhm.
numbers that way. Yeah.
Okay. So, in this role that you do, what is it that is adding value to your career, other than the visibility or the credible or the credits that you will get for your performance? That is what the organization is giving you. But if you look at it from your own lens, in terms of your career, how is this role helping you in your adding value?
Yeah. So as I said, for last years, doing it for the whole of the organization with about 4,500 to 5, sorry, yeah, 5,000 employees. Um, it's a huge thing. I did it for 2 years, and I feel that is enough to call it that I have this experience from career perspective. I learned whatever I had to learn. Right now, I feel that I should invest that time and in learning something new.
Okay.
That is what I am kind of thinking, and that's where I thought this is the time, like January, February,
Hmm.
before we enter into New Year of March for us. I should be clear, and I should then convey my whatever line of thinking to my directors is what I was thinking.
Okay.
I've done it, has helped me definitely, but continuing this may not, maybe it's the same thing. There's no additional, like if you am see if I'm collecting feather in my cap, I've collected one feather, so
Hmm.
continuing this not going to give me another feather. Instead, if I do some other project with the time that I get back, could help me learn better
Right.
different things, and show my capability better is what I was contemplating.
Okay. I see a moment of clarity that you're getting here. in terms of the value addition that this has in your career. And
Yeah.
as I see that you say that you're in terms of learning or with the career perspective, if you see, you are done with it and you have learned whatever that you could in the last 2 years. So there's no value addition anymore that's happening. Now,
Yeah.
coming back to what you said, that the reason that you're thinking about this decision right now is from the organization's perspective, like the recognition or how they will take it. What will they
Mm.
think if you tell them that you're not continuing with this?
Mm.
Um, so, thinking on those lines, how do you think, or how much does the organization need you for this role?
It's a good question, actually. Uh, I think my peers in an organization, there are about another 100 odd peers, my level. Like in the 5,000 odd organization, my level, we have 100 peers. Uh, so anybody is equally good. The opportunity can be taken, like I took it, and it has helped me in learning and, getting the visibility. I think anybody equally good can come up and grab this opportunity thing on the same lines, basically.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think. It's not it now, at least, and I feel that when I started, I have a co-chair from technology. So both of us did that restructuring, stabilizing, and then aligning to group and all that groundwork we did
Hmm.
in last 2 years. So somebody who comes over has to just take it and bring that their flavor of execution. I think that's all they will have to do anyway. If somebody who comes in, or if somebody is really bright spark and have good innovative idea, then there's a free will, free field, free hand, I would say, for us to change it also. So it'll be only for better only, I think, from here on.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for sharing that. I will now, like, compile a few things together and then we look at it from a different
Sure.
angle.
Sure.
Since you're saying that it's not adding any value to your career right now and you want to rather learn something else because whatever you could, you have learned. And also, you said that anybody else can easily take this role going forward from the next month or next fiscal year that you start with, because there are 100 more people in the same line who can put in their thoughts and make it work. So, thinking all of this, what is stopping you now to take further action? What is it that's coming down in your mind?
The other angle is, as I said, the directors. What will they think of it if I really don't know what they're thinking, and that's a little um, hesitation of taking the decision as such is there. And I think I need to figure out a way to approach them and get their either get their, let's say, input. What are they thinking on my decision before deciding? Is what I'm thinking, because I can't decide this on my own. Is how I feel, because it will backfire. So between me and my line manager, who is the director again, she's very happy that I have decided to quit. I've told her, and she's like, "Okay,
Hmm.
do it." Because then I told her I'll do something else in the business project. She's happy about it. So I think kind of aligned with her, and looks like I will quit. But the conveying that decision is where little bit hesitation is there for the other directors too. Mm, I have to manage their opinion and perception. I think that's what I'm little bit not clear about how to go about. Yeah, that's where the decision, your answer question answer is there. That
Mhm.
there's a hesitation and in me, or some kind of fear is in me, that how will they take it and will it impact my general perception? Because see, as I said, my level, we are hundreds, let's say hundreds, some a little bit up below and above, near about. But the exec directors are about 10 or 12.
Okay.
Of that, I'm talking of 4 in total.
Okay.
My director is anyway not aligned. So it's a big thing when they talk about, let's say, diversity council or us as a chairs. It's a big big thing, like big weight on their opinion
Hmm.
in any opportunity comes considered for, for us. So that's where I'm bit of a this thing. Okay, got the visibility, got good name for doing it, but how will they feel if I suddenly decide to quit?
Hmm. Okay.
That way.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. So when you said that, what will they think? So if we keep this part aside where we are concerned about what they're going to think, I would like to, you know, I would like you to talk about the decision that you have so far. I mean, what will be the decision if we don't think about what they will think?
Decision is quit, because I think that's something that I've aligned with my director. That aligned in a sense, I'm thinking of quitting next year, and she said, "Yeah, it's okay if you quit. That's fine." Like that. So in my organization, they're very people friendly, and sometimes that's also not good. You know? Like and but people, human nature, I know that, even if you don't say it on face, if somebody, and then other directors, right? If I were in their shoes, they are also doing this extra task. So it's whole of the top chain is doing it and over and above their job. So if they have somebody set for 2 years, then it's a less headache for them also from council. So I think from more, I'm coming more from that disruption that they will feel, and how they will handle it is what I was thinking. And then, something that doesn't go well in their mind,
Hmm.
then it
Okay.
may be possibly having the impact. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I appreciate, the openness that you're bringing in this conversation by thinking on different lines.
Mm.
So when I asked you this question, I heard that you said the decision is pretty much sure that you want to quit, and you have also conveyed this to your line manager, and she's okay with it.
Mm. Yeah.
So the decision that you wanted to take is final, that you want to quit. Now, the only thing that you're thinking about is how will they take it. So now I want you to reflect a little bit more on how do you think they will respond or react to it when once you tell them your decision. So what are the probable situations that they could
Mm.
react?
Yeah. Yeah. As I was saying, one could be okay, 2 years, good enough, run, and you can. We will see how to take it forward once you move on. Or at least we expected you to stay at least 3 years. Why don't you continue 3 years? That could be one. Uh, and third is in between, like they'll say, okay, quit, but not happy about it. You know, I would, if it's that your decision, you can. I can't stop you, but I wish you had stayed. So, like in between, making me feel guilty or something like that, and that they will also take it that. So, these are the three things I've been thinking. The first two I can manage the conversation with. Like first one is if they're okay, we just agree on a movement date, agree on a plan to move forward, publish a role, selections and things like that. Second one, I can offer continuity till they find the right candidate. So it's not the exact date, but agreed to move on. So something needs to be done about hiring somebody else on the role. So those two I can manage. The third one is what I think is a is playing on my mind, where they are half convinced and half not convinced. Uh, I think what I can do is I can ask them as mentors, what should I do for my career separately, and hear from them rather than telling them and then having that negotiation, don't go kind of a thing. And in that conversation, I can tell them the stretch that I'm feeling, the impact that I'm having on my personal life and professional life, because like viewers expectation are little, there is some expectation for me from my UK colleagues on what I need to deliver. So all those things I can bring forward and ask them, like, I'm considering, but what do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there also they can, then there it comes as to exploring options, delegation, or adding some more people or something. We'll see then. If that goes that way, then depending on how the conversation goes, can decide in that discussion
Okay.
how it should be. I think because I really don't know, like, and I don't know how to manage it. So better have that conversation with them and then decide. But 80% in my mind, I have reasons that I can convince them that it is the right thing to do. But it it will feel like a participative decision between me and them. So it would be then um, okay for them to understand where I'm coming from. I think that's a good approach. I'll do that.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, because I see that something feels little different for you when you talk about the third option, which is
Yeah,
that something is not so clear and somewhere in
yeah,
between.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So since we spoke about your decision, which is so clear that you don't want to continue, but at the same time you're also thinking about what if we end up having the third option that they're telling you okay, fine, but they're not fine, and they're not
mm,
showing it completely. So that's what you are not okay with.
yeah,
So now what you're saying is that you would like to maybe have a participative decision instead of just taking it on your own and informing them. So you will
yeah.
have a discussion and let them know about it. And 80% you are also sure that you're going to convince them by giving all the reasons that we discussed.
Yes, I think that's better, right? So, irrespective of it is first or second way a conversation go, it's better to have that alignment one on one before, and then do it like officially convey that we like to resign. I feel that is a good way to do. At least I will know what they're thinking about it. They'll
Oh,
give me some comfort. Yeah.
okay. So I want you to explore a little bit on the rest 20% as well. If in case, they try to, or, if their opinion or for the decision is something that you are not okay with or you haven't decided. So how
Mhm.
will that conversation go in the rest 20% case?
So see, in that conversation, the one-on-ones, I feel I will discuss about my challenges to continue, and if there is a solution coming forward
Okay.
from them, and the support coming forward from them, then I will, if I'm convinced that I can handle it, because I have to do that other project. So that's going to be um I can two ways I can take. I can agree, or I can say that okay, I'll continue for 6 months, or let's say 6 months or half a year. In the meantime, let's also select somebody so that I hand over, because
Okay.
I have to do that project, right? So that is the thing. So I have, in fact, I have to tell him for my career going forward, I need to have a new learning and new projects and new credibilities being built, and I need your support in that.
Hmm.
That way, if I put it, I think there could be some midpoint where I'll continue till somebody is hired and I hand over, and they can take time to choose a right person. There's no rush.
Right.
I think something like that I can figure out with them.
Okay. So
Yeah.
in the remaining 20% case where we discussed right now, you are saying that you will make them understand and come to a common point. Maybe if not now, you will work for the next 6 months until
Mm.
they find a
Mm.
replacement for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also if they have a solution to all the,
Solution to time stretch and all. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you are being little flexible there and you won't mind doing that, right?
I don't mind doing, because I feel I need to make sure that they are in, I mean, they're good books, as in, I've done a good job, and I think for organization, no, not only for my career. So both, I need to balance that actually.
Wow, I
Mm.
see a great insight here, that it's not just you thinking about your career, but also from the organization's
Yeah, yeah,
perspective. So
yeah.
makes a lot of sense that, you are ready to be a little flexible,
Mm.
at least for the next 6 months, if not 1 year, and
Yeah.
a good balance between both. Um, Okay, so what you're saying right now is that you're going to like talk to them and also come to a solution for maybe if you're spending 4 to 6 hours a week, you can again go back to 2 hours a week, which
Yeah,
was decided initially.
yeah,
And yeah, I mean the credits that you were asking for or looking forward to for your performance is
yeah,
also something you can mention. Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wonderful. So, Pallavi, since the beginning, the moment we started our conversation versus, how we are doing it right now or where we are landing right now, would you like reflect and see how it's going so far?
No, I think got the thought through and got the clarity, right? That I actually my decision is made. It is quit, and the fear apprehension I had is more about the directors who are responsible from this role, additional role perspective, and what will they think and how will it impact my career really. That was at the bottom of all this clarity that I didn't have. Uh, but now the approach is get that clarity by talking rather than thinking on my own. I think that's something that has come up. So I'll need to find a time in their diary and three of them. So it's a lot of task. Three of them with their ears and have their discussion and understand what is their perspective, what's their opinion, what do you think about me as such. I think, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And would you mind like exploring a little bit more on the learning that you've had for yourself, not about the situation, but who do you think you are when it comes to career, taking decisions, and also thinking about the organizations on those lines.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm very sincere in what I do, right? And I always think holistic, try and think the all angles, right? And uh, I'm career oriented and very, very focused for sure. But I can't, I have to make sure I do the right thing by people and the process. Especially this particular role is really people centric role. So, and I'm always that way, like as a person also. And that was something I was not. That's where I was not able to do that cutthroat. Okay, quit now. It's good enough. Enough. Mera ho gaya.
Yeah,
Was not able to come to that, and it matters to me how my leaders think of me. See, and I need to manage that. So, and I'm happy about it. Basically, being this way as a leader is good.
yeah.
Good example. So I think it's good to be like that.
Wow, that's a great insight. Thanks for sharing that. And
Yeah.
and what do you think was the insight or the learning that you had from the session about the situation that we initially discussed?
Situation and learning, right? So situation was in two minds to quit or not, and the learning is it's okay, it's good to quit is what I feel. 2 years is a good run, good to quit, so that's okay. Only thing is to manage the leaders and their perception is where I need to focus on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how are you going to use this learning in your life going forward or in your career? How will you execute it?
I think it's always, and it's a shift that I'm also as a leader trying to bring in. I think in my life already is um, unanimous decisions are not always foolproof. Like you bruise your brain in thoughts and come up with something that never a right decision. See, at least we should have some consultations, some discussions around pros and cons. Talk it out with people and then take an informed decision. I think that's how it has to be anyway. In and such critical decisions, we should talk it out with people. I think that's how it's going to be in future also.
Hmm. Wonderful. So the decision that you have made right now of talking to your leaders first and taking their inputs and then coming to a common ground if they, are not on the same page. So, how do you think you will take this forward? What will be your next action items on this?
Yeah, as I said, I will find time on my director's calendar with ES. So I will connect with ES next, like Monday, Tuesday this week only. But the time I will put on their calendar will be somewhere in the mid-Feb. Or I'm also thinking, thanks for asking that, March first week. And that is because by 27th, not okay. I think the date is 27th Feb or 25th Feb. Our performance rating for this year will be frozen. So I don't want to impact that right now. And after that, I will put something on the calendar, but the calendar time I will block next week only.
Wonderful.
And then I will talk to them on this fact.
Okay. All right. That sounds like a good plan. Are there any other resources you would need going forward to execute this, and any other support or potential barriers that you see coming in while you are executing this?
No, but maybe it may get delayed if their availability is not there, which is okay because I am now in Jan itself. I'm talking of March first week, so it should be well enough in advance and okay to get that. Second, from support perspective, I told, right, I have a vice chair from technology, so is my not vice chair, co-chair from technology. I'll also inform him because he's equal partner in this responsibility, and also kind of take him into confidence on what and why I'm doing this. So if it comes to this director is talking to him with that, will you be able to manage or not? I think he should be able to support me on that. I think these 2-3 things I'll do to be okay with that. Yeah.
Okay, so you have the support and you have the resources that you need, and the barriers are not something that you could foresee right now. At least,
Yeah.
The only
Yeah.
thing is that it may get delayed a little bit,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
all right. That's a really interesting insight and conversation today, and I'm so happy that you got the clarity
Yeah.
that you needed. I would also like you to at least mention if or how close are we to the outcome that we had decided in the beginning of the session.
I think we got the outcome and much more than that because it's more of a clarity and right thing to do for my career. That was my bottom, right? So I think having that participative decision is the right thing for my career. I think that's a good outcome for today. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thanks for sharing that, Pallavi. And is there anything that you would like to mention before we wrap up the session?
No, I think it was a good discussion, very clear. Uh, I mean, you guided me through well, so thank you so much. It was a very clear discussion. Yeah.
Oh, anytime. It was indeed a very interesting discussion for me as well. Thanks for being so honest, open, and vulnerable, discussing everything. It takes a lot. So you had a really good participation in the discussion. So thank you for being that. And with your permission, can we wrap up the session for today?
Yes, of course. Thank you so much.
All
Yeah.
right. Thank you, Pallavi.
Thanks.